Yeah, I'm back again with some more videos. Um, you know, I think it's very important for me to continue dropping videos and shining light on different things that we need to know. Today's topic, we're going to focus on family and focus on a Christian brother and a Christian sister and, you know, expose some light on the things that we do wrong and the things that we need to correct. You know, the church is a body. We are Christ. Like Christ is the head, and we are the body. And you know, in God's eye, the Christians are a family. And you know, the church is where we go to fellowship with to testify to each other. You know, to share encouraging words, to help carry burdens. You know, to go for healing, to go for praise and worship. I mean, we can do all this at home. You know, but it's good to be around our brothers and sisters. You know, Christ was he was healing people in the Bible, and someone came to him and said, "Well, your mother and your brother and sisters are outside waiting to talk with you. They are desiring to commune with you, converse with you." And Christ says, "Who is my mother? Who is my brother? And who is my sister?" Now, just by that statement, it sounds weird what he's talking about. He said, "Those who accept the Father, who accept me, they are my mother. They are my brother. They are my sister. We are brothers and sisters by the blood of Christ and God." And in the church, there's so much gossiping, so much turning on each other, stabbing in the back. And it's sad that our behaviors make people not want to serve and worship Christ because we are the example. We are the example for those who are lost in the world. This world is lost. This world is sick. This world is hurting. This world is going through a tough time, and a Christian brother and a Christian sister must help those in need. But instead, some of us are judgmental. Now, I'm not saying that all Christians are. Now, there are 2 billion Christians, professed Christians. Now, we have different denominations, which makes no sense to me because Christ is not broken up in different denominations like Baptist, Methodist, AME, Evangelical, Protestant. I mean, it is just ridiculous. I mean, God's not a religion. But some Christians in the faith are so judgmental. They are so, they are blasphemers. They are slanderers, and they think, they are higher than the rest. They are like the Pharisees in the Bible. They are the scribes and the Sadducees, and it's so sad. People come to the church, and when they accept Christ, we must treat them as we want to be treated. Christ told us that. Treat those as if you want to be treated. Love your brother as you love yourself. We are a family, and we need to stick together. Look at the Muslims. They are structured in brotherhood. They are structured to take each other's back. That they help each other out in a time of trouble. But when it comes to us and when our people are in need, we turn them away. We judge them and say, "Oh, you're this, you did that. You're a liar. I can't forgive you. God is going to get you all that you do." No, no, no. We need to speak encouraging words. Just the same, when you sin and you ask God for forgiveness, God forgives you. So if you can't forgive another for what they had done to you, like Christ says, how can God forgive you? Because He won't forgive you. You must forgive your brother just as you want God to forgive you. In the Bible, you read the Lord's Prayer, and it says, "Father, forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors." We must forgive those who offend us. And that is not even talked about in the Christian faith. There's so much bickering, so much bitterness, so much grudges, and so much fornication, so much greed, so much gossiping, so much blasphemy, and it is so sad. Our Father is God. Our oldest brother is Jesus Christ Himself. And God has set the standard for us to follow Christ, who had compassion that when His own brothers and sisters mocked Him, they wanted him to prove that he was who he said he was. That when they done such an act, he still was calm. He still was so calm with them. He was forgiving to them. He understood that they lacked knowledge of who God really was and how powerful God really was. Remember, we are a family because of the blood that was shed on Calvary for us. Now, we may not be blood relatives in our body, but we are blood relatives because of the blood of the Lamb that was shed. We all profess Christ. We all consider Jesus free. So I'm so for God. I'm so in love with God. But if you're in love with God, why don't you help your brother out? Why do you judge others? We are a family and we need to be structured. We need to give love. Love is so important in the Christian faith. Love is one of the stones of the Christian faith. One of the main foundations in the Christian faith. Love is one of, because you understand that John 3:16 makes it clear. For I so loved the world that I gave you my only begotten Son. Love caused God to give us a Son, not hope, not faith, not us needing Him. He said, "My love for you is unconditional. So I'm gonna give you a part of myself. I'm gonna put Him in a vessel that you walk in, and I'm allow Him to hang on a tree, which is considered to be a curse upon man. I'm allowing Him to take on your present, on taking your past, your present, and your future sins. I'm going to turn my back on Him, and He's going to die, and He's going to resurrect again, that you may be restored unto me, and that we may fellowship, and that I may live in you, and you may live in me." Love is missing in the church. If the church has love, now understand how important love is. If you read from Matthew to Jude, you hear of love being talked about so much. Christ says, love your enemies. Pray for those who hurt you. Pray for those who prosecute you. But we are hating our own brethren, and we are treating others better than them who are not in the faith. How can you love that sinner if you can't love your own brother? And yes, people do things. Yes, I admit that. We are human. We hurt and offend other people. But we need to understand that love is very important for this Christian family. We ought to show love to our brother and our sister in the faith, and also those in the world. The Christian faith has become so judgmental. It becomes so judgmental. If Christ says, "If ye judge, so shall ye be judged by these same standards," and we judge people, and I don't think that we want the same standards or same sentence as those that we are judging. So why are we judging? Why are we gossiping? Why are we bickering? Why are we holding grudges? Why are we doing such things to those who have professed the faith? Yes, some people don't deserve some things. Neither do you and I deserve anything. We don't deserve God's grace, but He gives it to us freely. David said, "Your grace and mercy is sufficient for me. Each and every day is refreshed, is renewed." I don't deserve it. I willfully do things. I don't obey sometimes. I don't respect you sometimes. You know, at one time I hated you. At one time I did my own thing. We need to love those who are our brothers and sisters in the faith. We need to stop going on TV and blasting each other. You know, I look at Pat Robertson. I look at, Creflo. I look at all these people, these preachers and these ministers and these people in the faith who talk about the other brethren rather than pull them to the side and commune with them, rather than blast them on television, blast them on the internet, blast them in front of people. That's not God. Christ heard the thoughts of the Pharisees and scribes, and He confronted them right then and there. He heard their thoughts, and He confronted them right then and there, and He talked to them with compassion and understanding that they was weak in faith, and then they had no understanding. So remember, we are all a family. God is our Father, Christ is our brother. Let's imitate our brother that we so claim to know, and so claim to be in love with, so claim to be like, and so claim to hear from.